Since I have my brother Prince Kuma here, yeah. I would like him to give me one or two deliberate policy that they think that they have brought on board that has been able to lead to the appreciation of the city. And I think
I'm not surprised. This is coming from MPP communicator. You see, it is utterly perfidious, very deceitful for Dr. Bawumia to make such an assertion.
Okay.
At least that NDC government should name one policy. I mean, Dr. Bawumia, despite he being an incompetent economist, we still credit him with some level of intelligence because he's very good when it comes to book knowledge. Okay. But so I didn't expect this coming. I didn't expect him to make such a comment. You see, I think we need to, Mr. Omari, we need to organize a national forum.
Okay.
We invite MPP members, MPP national executives, then Dr. Bawumia to come.
Okay.
I will expect that you don't interrupt me. To come and define what a policy is to Ghanaians.
Okay.
Because they seem to have succeeded in creating a certain narrative out there that policy means name.
Okay.
So per the MPP's logic, when we say a policy is that which has a name and mostly has free attached to it. Okay. Once they hear free, it's policy. So that is why MPP always engage in naming ceremony or sloganeering spree. So when they come to power, they start with one village, one dam, one district, one factory, one constituency, $1 million. NAPCO, you start, youth in afforestation, planting for food and jobs. They will even go and say phase 1, phase 2.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yes. We're in for food and jobs. But the question is, how is it impacting the lives of Ghanaians? Okay. That's the question you should be asking yourself. You see, policy in this simple terms, it's a strategic purposive course of action, right? Simply in the very essence to either address a social problem, that's solve a social problem, or to exploit opportunities that will improve the standard of living of your people.
Okay.
So it's not in the name, it's the action you're taking.
Okay.
Mr. Margon, we say a policy. An act of parliament is in a policy. Even president, executive order of imposing curfew on Boko is a policy. So I don't understand when it comes to the MPP logic or what a policy is. Anybody that have done a bit of policy must have come across the fundamentals policy or definition or popular definition by Thomas Dye. Okay. That whatever government chooses to do or not to do. So government decision that I will not do even anything is a policy. Okay. Strategic action is not a name. So you can decide to name it. Let me tell you the difference between MPP and NDC. If Mahama said I'm building 200 schools, senior high schools, my first time, I didn't say he built all the 200 schools. Did you hear Mahama say Agenda 200? MPP will tell you that it's not a policy because Mahama didn't name Agenda 200. Okay. Does the name change what he's doing? But he, the MP, will come and tell Agenda 111. Do you understand the difference now?
I'm following.
Or if Mahama said I'm building 16 regional hospitals, that's an example. MPP man will say it's not a policy because he didn't say Agenda 16. So they are so much particular about the names, not the impact. But policy is not about the name, it's about how it is reflecting the lives of Ghanaians.
Okay.
Now, Bawumia said that we are not spending. That's what he just said.
Okay.
That Bawumia, please say, I respect you so much. Don't do that. You are educated. People are out there. When you say government is not spending, government decision not to spend, as is so clean, it itself constitutes a fiscal policy direction. What is the fiscal policy? What is it about? They are increasing your revenue, cutting expenditure or increasing your expenditure. So if you tell me that government is not spending, meaning that government decision not to spend within a stipulated time frame in itself constitutes a policy direction. So when we say we should name one policy, it's just like telling me that since you don't mention it, it's not about the action, it's about the name. Does the name change the impact on Ghanaians? No, it's about the action.
Okay.
So that about what he said, he doesn't even understand what a policy is. Most of the MPP guys, they don't understand what the policy is. They think policy is a name. If you tell me they are not spending, I'm telling you that reducing spending is a fiscal policy direction. It doesn't need a name. Now, he just mentioned about 3 things about me. Sami Janfi said, and you know he said that he didn't mention the name. So what they want is a name. Now, the city, they're so clean. Most of them are citing Russia, US-China trade war, gold reserves has been the propellers of the current city appreciation we are facing or we are seeing. And then I think it's in a desperate attempt to just to discount this current government efforts in that appreciation regard. But what we are simply doing is that, look, as we speak, our city is the world's best performing currency according to Bloomberg. because in April alone, he appreciated against the dollar by 16%. Depreciation against the dollar by 16%. But look at the dollar throughout this decline period. It has depreciated on weighted average at 2%. Weighted average means that overall depreciation against a basket of currencies. So if the dollar is depreciating against other currencies on average 2%, but you are doing 17% as you speak, it should tell you that there is something unique about that country. You don't tell me you are not doing anything. What Sami Gyamfi said, their policies, MPP, they just one name. So I will help them today. One, first of all, what we did was that we did more forex liquidity, more dollars coming in. So what do? We need to export more gold. So you realize that from January to April 2024, MPP did about 8.78 tons export. As we speak today, we have exported about 31 tons. Our export earnings.
That's from when to when?
January to April this year alone. That is how come today as we speak. Our export earnings is at $2.7 billion. You can check. You can check on it. $2.7 billion. To make sure there is high foreign liquidity in the country. I know exchange rate stability is primarily a function of demand and supply of forex. So once you have more forex into your country, you expect that there will be the city that's chasing the dollar. There will not be shortage. So meaning that the dollar wouldn't go high. It's simple as that. Simplicity. Now you want Sami Gyamfi to force it. To account to Ghanaians, we are doing gold for forex. So they want that name. Or gold export for forex. Does the name change what they are doing? Because what Sami Gyamfi and the gold board is doing simply is that we are exporting gold. We have more dollars to our country. So they could have just named it gold export for forex. You just want a name. You said we should name. I'm helping you today. Second thing that, please relax. Second thing that we are doing is the bank of, I'm telling you, policies that we have so far implemented.
You continue after that. You have mentioned,
yes.
You have mentioned about two.
Oh, please relax.
I'm
telling you that policy is an action. It's not a name.
Sure, I
decide to name it. So not having a name does not consider policy.
Okay, you continue.
So I've created even a name, gold export for forex.
You have created it for them.
Yes, so to help them because they are very good. They are so fixated on naming ceremony. Now, Bank of Ghana today is doing strategic monetary policy intervention. Do you know how we saw the unprecedented appreciation in April? Because the Bank of Ghana injected about $490 million into our market. That is how come you saw the appreciation. So the Bank of Ghana is doing that timely policy intervention out there. We talk about finance ministry. It's in charge of government fiscal policies, fiscal policy consolidation, making sure that strategically you reduce certain expenditures. So if you tell me government is not spending that much, that is even untrue. He just said that government is not spending. What is the basic government expenditure? If you take every budget, you have revenue expenditure. The first item you see is compensation of employees. Please, for the last 4 months, has anyone complained to you that they have not been paid?
Well, the Farm D people are still crying.
Public sector workers said the Farm D.
Farm D, they are complaining.
Relax. Were you paying them? Government, listen, I'm not saying government shouldn't pay them. Relax. It's just like you work for 8 months, right? You never receive a salary. In fact, there's this daughter on Twitter, Dr. George. I literally want government to pay it right now. But it's not like government has been paying them and this government came and stopped. That's the difference. I'm saying that the teachers that used to pay when we came, or the nurses or the civil servants, have we stopped paying them? Have we stopped? No. So government is still spending. They are telling me government is not spending. You see, when Bawumia talk, they just run with it. When we came, as at February 17, didn't government of Ghana, right, pay an amount of 6.081 billion to domestic debt exchange program bondholders? Didn't we pay that one? Is it not spending? Government went on to even set aside 9 billion to prepare for the other payments. It's not spending. In that budget, he's so clear we are not spending. Having seen allocation, you say you are not spending. Do you know what you mean by spending? Policies have already started. Government is doing disbursements. The policy, the budget presented by Arthur Forsen, right? You will go and do mid-year budget again. Mean that you revise even your plans for the whole year, right? In that budget, haven't we made allocations for spending? You have seen that today as we speak, 51.3 million have been allocated as a seed fund to the Women's Development Bank. Haven't you seen that 499.8 million has been allocated for no fee stress? Haven't you seen that as we speak today, 292.4 million has been allocated for the free sanitary pad? Haven't you seen that as we speak, 3.5 billion unprecedented allocation to free senior high school has been made. You are telling me you are not spending. Where is that logic coming from?